Yes, sir. Yep. Dana, can you send me the I don't know, is it an updated bracket reveal or not bracket reveal, updated whatchamacallit, outline? Yeah, we can do that. So yeah, we were cutting it. We're cutting it, getting here. Uh, we're cutting here, getting it. We're cutting close. Basically, I set up with like 10 minutes. I think I did this one time before in Miami. I think I set up last second, and
Where you set up? You set up at the hotel check-in. Where you at right there?
no. So this is the it's a bar, and it's called the. Let's see here. It is called the Prism Lounge. That's what it is. The Prism Lounge in the casino in Choctaw, in Oklahoma. So yeah, so it's pretty good. I think I've been talking to you about this one. Try to get you to come
Choctaw,
up
yeah.
here at some point. Yeah, yeah, it's a good one, man. I like it. They've got a new tower, and it's just north of Dallas. It takes like maybe an hour from Plano to get here. So it's kind of a Vegas fix for me, you know. So yeah, it's pretty cool though, and they have a new tower with the new casino area. So yeah, it's pretty neat, man. So we came up here, going to be visiting a few people, and then ultimately head back.
Visiting some family.
Yeah, yep. And then it's always, like I said, it's always a good little trip, man. Just an hour north of Plano, man, is just so convenient. So it's pretty good. Um, but yeah, dude, I'm glad you're able to join me again. I know you're always running. Always, I know your department depends on you a lot. So it's awesome that you're able to break away to come out.
I think I got a couple guys that play on my team that live just north of where you're at right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. There's a because they have some nice fields here in Oklahoma. Some really nice fields here in Oklahoma. I think they play. Oh, you play in them. The military, kind of that military tournament where
In
they
Broken
have the.
Arrow, yeah, I played there a few
Yeah, there
times.
you go.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Are they all turf?
Yeah.
All turf?
Yep.
All
That's a
right,
turf
cool.
complex, all turf complex. I don't care for the layout of that complex. It seems like the fields are so far apart from each other.
Yeah,
But the fields are nice.
cool.
The concession area is nice. It's brand
Yeah, that's what
new.
I've heard.
So
That's what I've heard. Nothing but good things. Hey, what's going on? We got Stu Donaldson. What's up, brother? I know Stu unfortunately won't be able to make it this year to the Keepers of the Peace tournament. It's cool though, man, because they're down to one coach, and his son's got a game, and he's just, I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think it's a football game. So he's gotta stay, but he said he was really bummed out that he couldn't make it, and we're sorry we're not gonna be able to see him. That sucks. But I don't think he's going to St. Louis either. I don't think
yeah, I
that
don't
they're
believe
going
he
to.
is. Nope,
Okay.
not this
All
year.
right. And then we'll have to see him in Vegas. All right. Let's see here. Shane Roach. What's going on, Shane?
What's up,
How you
Shane?
doing, buddy? Yeah, man. James B. What's going on? Tyrone. What's up, Tyrone from Kansas, Wichita, Kansas? As a Carolina fan, North Carolina fan, but yeah, we shared some good times when I was in the military. Uh, yeah, that was pretty. He came actually down with a couple of buddies to our tournament there in Waxahachie. So that was
I
cool,
remember
man.
that. Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. Grant Johnson, what's going on, Grant? How you doing, buddy?
Up, Grant.
Rocket, Anthony Garay, what's up, buddy? I'm excited to have you out, man. Uh, Man, Elite, they got a great crew over there, and so whenever they send people out, man, it's they're always great people. Anthony's, of course, one of them. So excited to have him back. Let's see here, Perry Carter. What's going on, Perry? How you doing, buddy? Let's see. Yeah. So Stu is saying his kids playing freshman football, and we only have two coaches for U14. So no St. Louis either. Yeah, he's missing all the good ones. He said. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it happens. Life
Yeah,
happens
yeah.
sometimes.
Yes, sir. That's it. So look who we've got joining us here. Sean White, looking forward to next weekend. What's up, Sean?
Hey,
And
glad to have you back, Sean.
let's see here. Alrighty, let's see. We got. All right, check out our special guest. For you guys that don't know, we're gonna have us a special guest that is not new to anybody on the circuit. But look at this, Joe. Look at this. Watch this. Look at that mug right there.
Who's that ugly guy?
What's going on? Can you?
I think he's muted.
All right. Let's see. So that's good. Good that we test all these things out. Not yet. That's all right, Dan. We'll work with you though.
Yeah, we
You go
got
to your
time.
yeah. You got probably in your settings. And you can select your. Yes. Deanna, maybe you can give Dan a call and just kind of work that through with him. See if maybe Dan I'll give you a quick call and you'll be able to work it out. So see how it goes. Yeah, man. So guess what I've been looking at here, Joe? We'll get started here in just a second. Let Dan's mic come up. I've been watching these videos, and they have these people that they highlight strategies on how to place your bets on the roulette table and things like that. And I'll tell you what, they sure do make it look pretty damn easy. Like, according to these guys, how does Vegas stay in business, you know? But
Because they're all full of shit.
dude, I mean, I'm tempted here and there to try it, but I don't know, man. I'm not tempted to try it with their money. They're like, all right, so you see here we have $500, so I'm gonna put it on the middle here. I'm gonna do what we call the corner, and let's just see what happens. Spin it, and then it hits, and
Yeah,
of course,
you think they're going to show you the time that it doesn't hit? Of course, it's going to hit. It's going to hit every time they're doing their videos.
I'll tell you that the thing I'm waiting for is, and you can do the exact same thing. Buy my ebook for $10.99, you know, and it's like I'm just waiting for that to come up, but thankfully they don't do it. Yeah, let's see here.
Where's Audrey at, man?
So she's fetching me a drink.
Fetching you a drink, okay. Okay.
I don't know. Did you notice that I looked around first before? Hey, honey. Well, thank you very much.
I was going to say, how many
Say hi.
people recruiting that one? Oh, of course. Hi, Audrey.
Oh, it's Dan and Joe.
Yeah, right now we can't get Dan's voice on, but he's working it out. Yeah, I told Joe that you were kind enough to think of me and to be considerate and to go and grab us an adult beverage.
I had to go to 4 bars.
She had to go halfway across the casino to find one with enough fruit for you.
You know, you're right. That is a pretty fruity drink. So, all right. Well, hey.
You're not live yet, right?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh.
All right. So as Dan works this out, we'll see who else we got. Perry's going, come on, Dan. Tommy Eldridge. What's up, Tommy?
What up, Tommy?
Yeah, man. Thought about you a lot here lately, buddy.
Hey,
You
Tommy,
and the team.
hope your brother's doing okay, man. Tell Jimmy I said hey.
Yeah. Barry goes, oh, that's going to cost Trini. Yeah, she didn't hear me. And so unless she watches the video, I won't get in trouble. So, all right. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll let Dan work it out with Deanna. And let's see here. I think Deanna's still working with him. So I'll tell you what we'll do is let me see here. Let me work with her. So Deanna's working at, I'll tell you what I'll do is let me see if I can bring up these banners so I can work it with her. Let's see here. Nothing yet, huh? Yeah. Well, it is live, so let me tell her if she can work it out. Hey, Deanna. Let me see if I can send her something like that.
Hey Trini, I keep
Yeah.
adding Dan in because I need to see if y'all can hear him. That's why I keep adding him in.
All right, go ahead. We'll work it out. All right, Joe. Well, I'll tell you what we can do is I know she's got.
Now?
Yeah, we got you.
Yes,
We got
there
we
you
got
go, Dan.
Okay, we're good. Thank you.
Hey, Dan didn't have it. His head wasn't shiny, but when
Hey,
he came on, but now it's shiny because he's stressing out on trying to get the
Dan,
volume
could you
going.
move? There you go. I was going to say, move that camera a little bit. You look like the guy on Home Improvement, man. All you can see is your eyes and your top.
I'm trying to be private. I don't want y'all to see my stuff.
That'll work. All right. Well, I'm glad we got you, Dan. I'm excited for you to join us, Deanna. If you don't mind, we're going to go ahead and just get the show on the road. So let's do it. Partner in crime, Joe, joining me again. We got another special guest. Don't forget, man, I got your 6. All right, here we go. All right, so I think we're on episode 60 of the
Sounds
Police
about right.
Softball
Yeah.
Podcast. That's what I'm talking about. So, hey, if you don't know, my name is Trinidad, and I'm the coach along now with Steven of our SA Law softball team. Along with have a few things that I do on the side. I have a nonprofit called Shields for Kids. We go out and we provide for kids in the community that are in need. So I'm very proud of that organization. And also own a company called Biotex. It's a crime and trauma scene cleaning company. Very proud of being able to continue to serve my country through the business, my community through the business that we do there with Biotex, crime and trauma scene cleaning. I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, along with a retired San Antonio police officer. So that's a little bit about me. Got my partner, Joe Monahan. He is the coach of the Missouri Lawmen. He is the director of the St. Louis Show Me Classic, which we're going to highlight here in just a little bit. I'm excited, dude, to be able to do the bracket reveal. That's always a super exciting time.
Yep.
People always want to tune in for that. And it's very cool because, Joe's from day one has helped me with this podcast. I say help. We're in it together like that, but he helps me by showing up. And it's awesome to be able to have him with me and to be able to share in this podcast and what we do, to try to bring that camaraderie and fellowship to the guys on the circuit beyond the softball field, of course, and on it. Then we've got Mr. Dan Potter. So I know most of y'all know Dan Potter. I know he is our number one head honcho when it comes to being an umpire there in our circuit, but he's 18 years, PS.com veteran. Chevy Wright Sportsman Award. It's the first civilian to ever be awarded that. It's a pretty neat accomplishment, man, within our circuit to be able to receive an award like that, a compliment like that within our circuit. And you're, a civilian aspect, but I say that very, very lightly because I tell Dan all the time, man, I don't see him as any different as one of us. So we appreciate him, of course, in our circuit. He's a 2020 Hall of Fame inductee and 2021 52 Strong Award. Dan, was that the first? Was that the first year? That's right,
First
it was,
year,
man.
Jimmy did it.
Yeah, man, that's super cool, man. Well, hey, glad that you guys are joining me. We got Perry Cotter, Stu Donaldson, Sean White, got Tommy Eldridge, Anthony Garay, Grant Johnson, Tyrone, James B, Shane Roach. So we got quite a few people joining us today, man. So happy to have you. Shane goes, it's always Potter. Let's see here. Oh, that's my wife saying he's handsome. Hey, handsome. All right. Very good. I was like you were saying Dan's handsome?
The head, the bald head.
Hey, you got it, Dan. You got it. It is what it is.
No, that's all right.
Hey, man, so I'll tell you what we'll do is let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Dan, if you don't mind, you can stay on with us until we get to your section and then move on from there. Hey, so what I want to do real quick is tell you I was able to make it onto the show from Choctaw Casino here in Oklahoma. It's pretty cool. It's a cool little getaway close to Texas, just north of the Texas border. but a pretty neat little casino, and ultimately wanted to make sure I got the podcast out. So it was a last second trip up here, but I'm glad you all were able to join us. So hopefully y'all don't hear too much of the noise in the background, but it is a fun environment.
Doesn't that casino, they got the naming rights to the Texas Rangers field? Isn't it Choctaw
You know
Field
what?
now?
You're right.
I
Yeah,
think it's
you're right.
Choctaw Field, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, last time we were there, I remember that being on there. So I've helped to contribute to that, by the way, that sponsorship to that field, just so you know. But hey, man, I'm excited for what we've got we've got a little segment of our circuit in uniform. We've got the Umpire Raffle update with Dan Potter. Got our Keepers of the Peace update that we'll be giving you to include the tickets for the Rangers, the offer that's there, what's left with the hotel rooms, the bat reveal. So I'm really excited about that, along with a few other things. And then we've got Joe's tournament, St. Louis Show Me Classic. And he's going to be talking about the Players Party, the rule reminders, a few sponsors, and then, of course, the bracket reveal. So, all right. So let's see. Uh-oh. Look at this. Trivia question. What is Joe's favorite song? This is from Dane Robert. So, Joe's favorite song. I'm pretty sure it's by Taylor Swift. Pretty sure it's by Taylor Swift. I just got to think about which one it is. Let's see. What's up, Jay-Z? Thanks for joining us, buddy. Anybody know the answer to that trivia question?
I don't even know the answer to that.
Stu. I'm a Barbie girl.
Thanks, Stu.
We need to
appreciate that.
We need to do one of those little things where they have your face on there singing the song. That would be great. We'll work on that. I don't know. I need you to answer that question for us, man. Let us know. And maybe that is it. I'm a Barbie girl. We'll let you guys know. Hey, look. So what I wanted to do is real quickly. We'll get back to the answer to that question. Real quickly, what I wanted to do was, I thought it was pretty neat, Joe, when we first started this podcast. We talked about bringing everybody together, in particular in the off season, keep us connected, talk about different things, highlight some officers, things of that sort. Well, I thought it was pretty cool. We wanted to do something that kind of highlighted some of the guys off the field too, because we're used to seeing each other with a ball cap on, repping our gear or our team, and not very many people get to see us in our duty capacity. So I thought it was pretty cool. For instance, we'll start with one of the guys on our team. Most of you guys know Tom Ball in the circuit. Most of you guys see him. He's with SA Law now. And Tom, a lot of people don't know, to include a few people on our team, that he used to be he is a DPS trooper. So I thought this was a pretty neat picture, man. If you can zoom in and if you can see Tom in there, he's with that old Camaro, man, with the DPS troopers, and pretty sharp. I always like DPS uniform. I like any state police uniform. They're all pretty cool. And so that's Tom there. And Tom here is right now at a conference, and he went up there and ended up hooking up with Mario. So that was pretty neat that Mario and him got to hook up. They got to get some batting practice in, and then ultimately were able to also, as Tom is still at the school, they're able to get together and keep hitting. One thing I thought was pretty neat. Oh, go ahead, John.
I was gonna say, is that a Vlad jersey he had on there?
Yeah, stay saucy. That's it.
I recognize that. Yeah.
Oh man, Dane Robertson. I think Dane and Stu might have been working together. I'm not sure, but that's pretty funny. PoliceSoftball.com Inc. Greetings all. What's going on, boys? Thank you for working that Facebook page for us. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I went yesterday to the message thread. It was up and running today. It actually went down, if I'm not mistaken. We looked at the thread here just a little while ago, and it actually went down. So if I'm not mistaken, man, update us. So I believe it's the Facebook page that we're going to rely on now. So I think that's the one that we're kind of looking for updates. Let us know if y'all don't mind over there at PoliceSoftball.com Inc. Yeah, man. So one thing about Tom Ball is, check this out, man. 3 generations in law enforcement. It's pretty neat, man. That his father and his grandfather were also in law enforcement, also in DPS. So I thought that was a pretty neat thing. So if you got a picture of you in uniform, whether you're in the military or you're a police officer and you don't mind sharing, man, we'd love to be able to highlight you on the show. Here's one, Joe and Dan, that I think is pretty cool, man. And I asked him for it. So we all know Jay-Z, you know. We all see Jay-Z. We recognize him with his hat on, both typically backwards when he's playing, but then, you know, he does wear it ahead of time. But I don't know if you ever seen him in uniform, Joe?
I haven't, no.
Dan?
No.
So I thought it was pretty cool. So check this out. Here's Jay-Z in his uniform, man. And that's pretty cool, man, to be able to check him out like that in uniform. I know Jay-Z's with a department that I know. I've gone through Michigan, and there's a couple of guys up there that when I went through Michigan, I wanted to reach out. One time it was snowy, freaking crazy snow like I hadn't seen. And I used to live in Kansas, and that was some crazy snow up there in the Great Lakes area. But I'm excited to be able to drive through there at some point here soon and visit with them. So that was pretty cool. And then let's see here. Hey, just so you know, policesoftball.com Inc. says 24 hours we should have ps.com up and running. That's awesome news, man.
Whoever's running that policesoftball.com Facebook page that's commenting, is that going to be is that going to be the URL or whatever, the ps.com now instead of policesoftball.com? Is that what it is? Because I saw today it officially went down, so I'm just curious if that's what it's going to be, so we can let everybody know.
And just so you know, it's JB here, so that's cool. You know, I know Ryan or JB are the ones that usually run it, but yeah, that's he's saying that nothing will change.
Okay, so the same
Awesome.
exact policesoftball.com. Okay, sounds great.
And then, and Shane had that idea. He said the website, and then there's policesoftball.com.
Awesome.
Yep, man, that's great news. That's a great update. And he's saying right now that they're working on the message board.
Good.
Awesome, man. I'm excited for that. That really keeps us tied in, you know, with everything that's going on.
Yeah, and JB, I think that message board is a huge part of the circuit. I mean, everyone communicates on there. I think that I'm glad you guys are going to continue to have that as part of the website.
Yeah, I think it would be extremely difficult, even with Facebook. I think it would be extremely difficult to try to run what we have on that message board. That's just imperative. So I'm glad. That's great news.
Yep.
Let's see here. And they're saying, although the former webmaster did warn me, he is a black belt in karate. Oh, they haven't seen JB squat or anything like that. He must not know JB. I'm not sure. Hey, what's up, Dana Mac? That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully the stroller gets the message.
Dynamac on. He was just grinding a stump in his backyard. I didn't know he was going to make it today. I'm glad he got that tree cut up.
I've got some great news, man, and I'll just say it now, and that is that the Midwest Heat just joined today for our tournament. So that's awesome. I'm really happy that they're going to be coming back. So very cool, man. Well, hey, let's keep going. One of the other guys that we're highlighting, again, if you're okay with it, man, send us a picture of you in a uniform. I don't care if it's near a squad car, if you're on like a SWAT team, you want to send us a picture in your gear or whatever. I just think it's neat to be able to see us outside of what we normally see us on the police field, you know, on the softball field. I think it'd be really cool to be able to get that. So here's one from our team. This is Tom Clayton. If y'all know Tom, man, he plays with SA Law now. And there's Tom, and he's out of Dallas. And I'll tell you what, Dallas, it's pretty cool because they do quite a bit of social media work to show the officers the work of their officers and the quality of the work of their officers. And Dallas is in the social quite often, and they do a great job out there. So I thought that's pretty cool to see Tom in his uniform and his cruiser. I almost passed him up on the highway, but we made a turn on a different direction and we weren't able to get it. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully Stooley gets the message. Yep. And Perry Cotter, that's with Tom Clayton's nickname is Hollywood. So that's Hollywood. So Xavier Wavy. Hey, what's going on, Xavier? How you doing, buddy? Man, I miss you. Hey, Audrey, it's Xavier. Isn't that cool? Yeah, check it out. Say hi real quick.
Hey, Bob. How are you? Can't wait to see you soon.
That's pretty cool. All right, Xavier, man, I miss you, buddy. All right, so that's our little segment there with the uniforms. Thought it was a pretty neat thing. One thing I am very proud of is that when it comes to our message board, when we're just talking about, if you take a look here, Joe, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I thought it was a pretty neat thing that when you look on the message board and you see our thread, you can see our police softball podcast. There's quite a few views and quite a few engagement, when it comes to the replies. I'm really happy that we're able to do some good stuff, when it comes to the communication of tournaments, the conversations with the players, and then guys like Dan that we're bringing on to be able to talk about this umpire raffle. So I think that's a great segue to go into this next section. Dan, I'm excited, man. Dan, I'll tell you what, if you don't mind, everybody obviously on our circuit knows you, but if you can let them know where you're at with this raffle, what it's for, what you're doing, and how important it is, and then where you're at, and let's invite people to participate, brother.
So for the last 4 years, I've been doing this raffle. I do a football pool beginning of the year, then I do a raffle. I only sell 100 tickets. I get it's Bud's Gun Shop. They're the big supporter. They've been on PS.com, the circuit, for a long, long time. But it's how I raised funds in order to get umpires to Vegas. Years and years, we've used the local guys. I'm not saying that they're terrible umpires. There's good ones out there, but the level of the game has exceeded that level of umpiring. So I've been working with some other teams, some teams on the circuit. They got a couple local guys that are in the areas of where these teams play at, and they've been sending me a little heads up. I've been talking with some guys, and I'm excited about this year. I think I got a good crew out there. I thought that last year there was a couple that, we need to tweak a little bit here and there, but yeah, so I guess it's just like how you guys fundraise for your teams. Well, I have to fundraise for the umpires, and the raffle's how I do it. It goes towards the additional hotel rooms. It goes to putting there's certain games where we need the two-man mechanics on it. My ultimate goal is, not maybe next year, the year after, is to have two-man mechanics on the field for the whole tournament, the whole event, whether it be pool play or eliminations. The bad side is that costs more money, meaning I got to raise more money time and time again. So, but ultimately, I think this year would probably be the best crew that I've had out there since I started doing this.
I'll tell you what, one thing that I've heard over the years is that, it sucks when an umpire makes himself bigger than the game. And you hear that, I've heard that often, and boy, is it true. I mean, and I know we put a lot of emphasis on championship games or playoff games or whatever, but for that team that it's like, dude, I want to get to that next, I don't want to play mid-majors, I want to play majors. I mean, the first game, everything is so important. Everything is just, every run counts, especially if you're playing a team that, typically gets the upper hand on you. Every single call matters. And so having that quality of umpire is something we can all appreciate and work towards, help you with this raffle. So I'm curious about, where are you at? Like, what's the stipulations with the raffle? What's it cost to buy in? What are you looking for? How many people? Things of that sort.
Like I said, I only sell 100 tickets. That's all I do. $50 a ticket. There's a couple lists up there that Deanna's put up there. Terry Dugan added a pair of shoes. It can either be the 2024 or the 2025. The new ones, if you want to wait for the new ones to come out, by all means do. And then Stanislaus combo, they donated a El Presidente bat. So there's an additional bat right there.
Hey, I'll tell you what about that, Dan, if you don't mind real quick, and I'm sure Joe can attest to it. People absolutely love that bat. I mean, people are always asking, like, hey, man, where can I get one of those? So that's a really neat gift that Stanislaus Combo gave to the raffle, man. That's a hot item on that raffle,
I mean, and then there's a couple watches in there from oh my God.
I'm talking about you're talking about Rockwell, right?
Rockwell, Jesus. Yeah. From Rockwell, Paul Chavez, he always hooks me up with a couple of those.
What's up, Paul?
And then they got Justin Witt. He's the one that does the Bud's Guns. That guy, time and time again, has come through for this raffle every year. That's the big one. Everybody wants that.
And I'll tell you one more thing is that Eric Thies is commenting. Check this out, because I'm telling you, this is absolutely one of the best ever made. You know, talking about that bat El Presidente, and you know, when we start talking about performance is one thing, but for me in particular, man, it's, you know, the attachment of the name, you know, and I just think that's really cool, especially being able to see him at the tournament with JB came down with him, and we're able to, yeah, it's just, that was so cool. So that is
I
going to be a
remember
really
there was only 2 of those made, correct? There was a burnt orange one the year before, and then there was this one, and I don't think one has been made since. I think that was
I
the
don't think
last
so.
2.
No. Just 2 models.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're and I'm sitting at, I've been at 38 left, so I've sold 62 on my own. I need some help. I need a little bit of help. That's all.
And I didn't know for sure, but I don't think we've signed up yet. So Deanna, if you don't mind, make a note so we can get Dan that other ticket. We'll get one of those in there. So that's cool, man.
Well, Dan, I appreciate everything you're doing with this. I know you don't have to do it, and you know, you can take the easy way out and just you know, grab who you can grab out there in Las Vegas. But obviously, you're putting a little extra in, and I appreciate what you do for not only the circuit, for that event.
Thank you.
And I'm sure
100%.
JB appreciates it as well as everybody else that's
I was going to
attending.
say, I think everybody else does too. I mean, it's just, I've been on the circuit. I missed the first year, and then I umpired for 15 years, and then things changed, and I moved up, and I just, you know what, for what you guys do for your communities, I don't mind. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. I guess the thanks, hey, for which, I mean, not a lot of you guys work where I live, thank God. I don't want to get that speeding tickets for the bad call that Kobe made. But you know, it's just I guess it's a thank you to you guys. You guys, you know, guys take a passion out there on the social media. I see it all the time.
You know,
Appreciate
whenever we get an opportunity, man, I know you get it from us too, but I'm sure there's a lot of others that thank you for it, man. I'll tell you what, this is pretty cool. Jay-Z commented 3 El Presidente bats. There was a black one after the white one. So that's pretty cool, man. I'd like to see a picture of that one because I don't remember that.
I actually think I have. I think I have the one he's talking about now that he mentioned.
Oh, that's cool.
I have that one.
No, it's funny because for the first 5 years I was on the circuit, and this isn't a knock on Jay-Z, I didn't know he talked. Nothing. I could blow a call by 5 feet, and I never heard nothing from him. And then all of a sudden, one day, he starts talking to me, and I'm like, "Wow, it's not like you can't see me. I'm a big guy. I stand out."
Jay-Z gets in the zone when it comes to game time.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
From first pitch to last pitch, he's in the zone, man.
And that's what Wax used to say. Wax like, it's not that he doesn't know you or doesn't want to talk to you. He just gets in the zone. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay, cool.
Well, that was like Benji with Minnesota. Benji didn't talk. He didn't say anything for a lot of years. And I told Joe, I was like, I don't know if I should even talk to that dude. I keep saying hi. I keep saying, what's up? Hey, man, how you doing, Benji? Whatever. Nothing, ever. And one year I told Joe, I was like, man, I think I'm done with that dude. I don't know if I can. And I've told Benji this before. I was like, dude, I think I'm done with that dude. And sure as shit, the very next year, man, hey, Trini, what's going on? We're hugging. And I'm like, fuck, man, I love this dude, man. I love Benji. But it's weird because certain guys get locked in, man. And
who's another guy from Max Elite?
Yep.
I always tell him, thank God you wear that mask because I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
He'd mutter something to me. It was probably, my strike zone or whatever the case may be. But that was the funniest thing. And now, off the field, he'll come up, hey, do you want a water? I'm like, wait, you were just yelling at me 5 minutes ago on the field. Now you're going to give me a water? What's in the water, But yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. Well, I want to say, I want to do a shout out real quick on the actual, your raffle. So we have Lou, is it Lorendi? Is that how you pronounce it? Lorendi?
Yeah, Lorendi. So he
Lorendi.
does a lot of custom gloves. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've talked to Lou because what ended up happening, I'm going to give a quick shout out to Moses. Moses Tovar, who's a member of our team and is my friend. He goes out to Waxahachie with us. There he is with Rocket and myself when we're setting up one day. Moses won one of the raffles and donated the glove, the custom glove from Lou Lorendi. And so I know that, Carlos and Ryan and Cheyenne and all them over at Elite with Onyx, of course, they're going to be, I believe, making some gloves. that match the bat. Well, with Lou, we're going to make a glove for the raffle since it was donated to us through Moses. We're going to make a custom Keepers of the Peace glove. That'll be a part of our raffle, which benefits Shields for Kids, our nonprofit. So that's going to be pretty cool to have Lou create that glove. And like I said, you know, with Elite, with those guys, I'm looking forward to the gloves. They're going to make a few. I don't think they're going to make very many, but they're going to make a few that are going to go with the tournament bat, which we're going to reveal here shortly. So I'm excited about that. Big shout out to Moses. Thank you, brother. Love you, man.
I think it was for the Umpire Raffle from last year that he won it.
All right, that was very cool. Yeah, man. And then we've got let's see here, the Easton Tantrum bat. Yep. So that one's going to be. So I've heard a lot of people talk about that bat also. And so I know that people are going to be excited about that. We have the El Presidente bat, which I think we showed earlier, along with the shoes and the watches. Yep. So I just wanted to at least make sure and give a shout out. So if you guys, man, hey, support Dan. I know what it's like to, you know, to put that effort in. And like we talked about, Dan's not doing it for anything other than the love of the circuit and for us to have a great time out there with the great umps, you know. So we appreciate you, Dan, again. Dan, how can they get a hold of you? How can they do that?
My phone number.
What? All right. Well, we don't want to post that out here, I don't think. I'll tell you what we'll do. How about this? Good.
No, it's not. I thought it was on the tickets. They're not.
What
I
about
did a
your
lot of it
Facebook
on,
page?
what's that? I'm
Your
sorry.
Facebook page. Don't you have?
My Facebook page, my Code 3 Facebook page. Either one of those has it sitting up there. I sent the text out to a bunch of managers to kind of share it with everybody because I don't know everybody, but I know 10 guys. They know 10 more guys, and it'll spread like a wildfire type thing. But
well, make sure. And if you are interested in those tickets, man, and you can't get a hold of Dan, man, shoot us a message. Shoot Joe, myself. You know, you can go to Keepers of the Peace, info@keepersofthepeace.com. Dan, if I'm not mistaken, you can send us a message there, info@keepersofthepeace.com, and we can hook you up with Dan.
Hook you up with Dan. Hopefully you get those last 38 sold here in the next couple of weeks. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think we'll make it happen, man. So Shane is asking, how much is a ticket?
$50 a ticket.
Yeah, that'll work. All right. And so that'll work. Great question, Shane. Stu says, I need the burnt orange one, even if broken. Have every other Presidente, white and black, and all the KOP ones. I appreciate that, Stu. I think you're going to like this new one that we have coming out. But if somebody has a burnt orange one, Stu Donaldson is looking for it. So that would be awesome, man.
Those are going for a lot of money.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I just saw a video today on your new Keepers of the Peace bat too. They were demoing it, I guess.
Oh, wow. Huh. Are you talking about of our bat?
Yeah, the Keepers of the Peace bat.
Really? Yeah, there was going to be a demo that they were going to be doing here soon, and they're going to be using it at a police and fire tournament here soon. Carlos and Ryan, and they asked, "Hey, man, are we cool with putting this out there at this next tournament?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And so what they want to do is get them broken in, so that by the time they hit our tournament, they're already broken in and they're fire. And I've heard great reviews on them, so I'm really excited to be able to show them. Stu is saying a tantrum in a one piece. Saw one for sale at a tournament in Cali for $500.
Yeah.
Wow. I knew it. Yeah, they talked about that one. Anthony Costanzo. Hey, what's going on, Anthony? How you doing, buddy? Anthony says Dan Potter on Facebook or Code 3.
There you
Thanks,
go.
Anthony. Thanks, Big Tone.
Big Tone.
Yeah. We'll get caught up with some of these messages. So, policesoftball.com Inc. I found a near new burnt orange Presidente in the Raptors, 25.5 ounce. This thing is the holy grail of bats. That's cool. Obviously, you know.
Well, sounds like he's got one.
Yep. Red Gar. Nice to see you, fellas. What's going on, Red? How you doing, buddy? Check him out with his hat. Steve says, if you find a broken one, I'll take it. And Shane is saying, and the burnt orange is so hard to find now. Policesoftball.com Inc. Stu, I will bring the barrel to a burnt orange one. It is broken in half, but I kept the top half. I will bring to Vegas. That's awesome, man. That's cool, JB. That's cool. Anthony is saying, talk to Lou Velasquez. I think he has two. Lou probably has 2 of every bat.
Yeah, 2 of
Would be
everything.
my guess.
If not 3. If not 3.
Anthony, hey fellas, long time no see. That's what I'm talking about. Shane Roach says, Dan, Venmo sent. So there you go. Appreciate
Yep.
you, Shane.
Got it.
There you go. Awesome, man. Awesome. All right, so Dan, it's up to you, brother. If you got something going on and you got to break out, that's cool. If not, then you want to hang out, that's cool too. You let us know. You say goodbye when you need to, and sign off if you need to. Okay.
I want to see the reveal.
All right, very cool, very cool. Hey man, so there's my Canadian connection. What's going on, brothers? Look forward to seeing everybody. We got Tyler coming to Texas, just so you know. I don't know for sure, and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I know that, Tyler's got obligations that are coming up, that as we all tend to have things that kind of pop up. So, we're hoping Tyler can be around a little bit longer, but it'll be special for those of y'all visiting Texas to be able to visit with our Canadian connection there, Tyler. We'll get to some of these messages here in just a second. I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the Keepers of the Peace update. Y'all don't mind. Deanna, I think what we're going to do is one more time, we'll talk about the message board interaction. I know that for right now, the message board is down, but as we heard earlier, it's going to be back up in the next, I think he said a couple of days, right, Joe?
Yeah, it sounds like in the next day or so we should have it up.
Yeah, I think he said like 2 to 4 days or something. They'll have it back up. So once it gets back up, we'll go back to posting our updates there on the message thread. But for now, we got the podcast. And if something doesn't happen in the next 2 to 4 days, we'll head to Facebook and we'll give you some updates then. But right now, let's go ahead and get to our updated team list. So this is our current team list for the Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championships there in Waxahachie, Texas. As of right now, we have 18 teams.
Nice.
What I've said is that once we get to 16, I think it was 15 or 16, that we would make the 2 divisions. So the way that this works, like most of y'all know, is we have our round robin. We team them up. Joe and I work together. We create these brackets for the round robin. And then, you work your way through that round robin. And ultimately, we'll seat you in the open tournament. But as far as this lineup, man, I'm really excited. One thing that, as I go down that list, you start talking about for instance, South Texas Gunslingers. Jude and his group out there down south, majority are from South. Man, those guys are on the rise. They won our Police Olympics. And they are, they're hustlers, man. And they've got with Jude at the helm, they got a lot of guys that they're recruiting. So it's going to be pretty neat to see. I think some of you guys are going to be surprised at the South Texas Gunslingers when they show up to the tournament. May not have heard of them before. Of course, we're happy to have Missouri Lawmen back. Great Lakes, of course. We got, how many years now are we looking at, Joe? Great Lakes and Missouri going back and forth in the championship.
It's been
about the last 3 years.
Yeah, Minnesota played them. Minnesota, did they win that year? It was 2 or 3 years ago.
I think so.
Who won the 2021?
Deanna, do you remember?
That was Minnesota. Minnesota, did they beat you guys in 2021? In the championship?
I think so, yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll tell y'all right now, Deanna's the one giving me the thumbs up or the thumbs down. I'm horrible at this stuff.
Yeah,
I put this podcast on to keep us all together, but this is not my strength. So.
No, yeah, I was thinking because I thought I called that game and it was Minnesota. It was me and Shane calling that game. It was you guys took second to Minnesota that year.
Yeah. Right. So I'm excited, man.
Well.
Yeah, man. We got Houston Hustle. We got the connection. Always happy to have those guys out here with A1 Towing. Kentucky Blue. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I'm excited. Texas Fugitives, Lone Star, got Metro Detroit, Dayton Metro combo. So that's going to be pretty cool. See those guys, Minnesota Lawmen able to make it back. I'm hoping Team Louisiana will. Yeah, they said they're in, but I'm really hoping that. I always enjoy, and I said this over and over again. I really enjoy seeing those guys show up to tournaments, and I wish they could show up more often. Great group of guys. Utah Metro and Sin City States. I know that they had to combo up because they were running a little bit short on some guys, but I'm happy that they're able to make it. NYPD's finest, and I'll skip one down to New York Express. So we got the 2 teams coming from New York, man. So that's awesome. I'm hoping to get up to New York next year for that tournament. I really want to get up there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's no 2-state rule on that one. So I think we can, even if for whatever reason we can't get everybody to show up from our team, I'd like to meet up with some people and get up there and play, man. That'd be cool. Oakland PD and Big Kid Clothing. That's what I'm talking about. Oakland coming back again, and then Midwest Heat. Like I said, they just signed up today, so I'm really excited. So that's our updated confirmed team list as of right now. Let's see here. Catch up with some messages. We got Shane Roach. It says the burnt orange one is so special because it was the original tribute to Dale. Yep. Richard Malik is looking good, fellas. Dickie from New York. Yeah.
What up, Dickie?
What's going on, man? Audrey says, I want to see the bat reveal and everyone soon in St. Louis. Excited as we round the corner to the Keepers of the Peace and the series. Yeah, I'm excited too, man. And Utah and Sin City is an interesting combo. You're right, JB. They were trying to make it happen separately, but it's a tough thing to get enough people. And I understand that. That's one of our toughest challenges as coaches, try to get a full squad to head up there. And so I was happy to see that they were able to combo up and make it happen. Well, this is interesting from policesoftball.com Inc. South Texas has assured me they belong in the gold division. Thoughts on this? I'll tell you that it's difficult because you know how it is, man. You can show up to a tournament and have a really good performance. Everything's clicking, everything's working, and you got 100 guys, and I've been in that situation before. At the same time, they are a newer team. They are just starting. They are extremely talented. I do think they have a ton of talent. But the thing I do like is that, they aren't afraid of playing competition, but I understand their feeling of being, new and wanting to, to try to bring it together in Vegas. Of course, we don't always know who's going to show up, but how can you do that? Especially with JB and Ryan and all tournament directors. It's hard to predict a team because you never know who do they have coming, how many starters, how many role players. I mean, there's just so many things involved in that. All I can say is they are impressive. So it'll be interesting to see where that one lands. I know it'll be kind of neat to see where they're at when it comes to our tournament too. Because again, you play pool play, you work your way through, and I'm one of the cool thing is that policesoftball.com, Jeff and Ryan and them can comment on this. But one of the things that's interesting that I have for our Keepers of the Peace update is we're going to have Kevin Schock. Kevin Schock is going to be at our tournament, and he's going to be doing the announcing. And if I'm not mistaken, Joe, he's going to be in St. Louis also on behalf of policesoftball.com, right? Can you elaborate a little more on that?
He will be in St. Louis as well. He's going to be doing the same thing that he did at the Columbus tournament, where him and his wife will be taking photographs throughout the tournament. They'll be out on the field, just taking photographs, capturing the moment, taking team photos, everything else throughout the tournament, just to kind of help out as far as, it's always nice to have, photos of the tournament that you can look back on and stuff like that. So they'll be there doing that in St. Louis. They did that in Columbus, and I guess they're going to be doing that in your tournament and in Vegas as well.
Yep. I'm excited, man. So they're going to be announcing on the main field with the music, just like they do in Vegas. That's what I understand. So I'm really excited about that. And we're hoping we'll be able to live stream some of those games for all the fans at home like we've done in the past. It's just been hot at times and the cameras overheat. So we'll see how it works. But did you see what Audrey put, Joe? Thanks for the reminder about our ass whooping.
Yeah, hey, you were in a championship game. There's nothing wrong with that.
You're right. I agree. Hey, Jay-Z, man. I know Jay-Z's good. He's in 2020. His Great Lakes over the Hounds. And then he put in 2021, Minnesota over SA Law.
He doesn't want to talk about 22 or 23, I guess.
Ooh. Oh, Jay-Z. Look, right there. There you go. Good one, Deanna. Thank you, Jay-Z. Jay-Z ain't, he's not hiding.
It was
He's
fixed.
not hiding.
It was fixed.
It was fixed. James Rogers says, hope you guys can make it to New York next year. I'm telling you, man, it's 100% in my plans. I definitely want to head up there. So Shane Rhodes says, what are the dates for KOP? Deanna, can you help Shane out for a quick second on that one? We'll bring it up. There you go, Shane. Check it out. So September the 6th and 7th with our players party on the 5th. So we are going to be showing a little bit of that, but I'm glad. Shane might as well be a program director with us, because he was predicting that, and he's got a lot of good comments. So yeah, 6th and 7th, there you go, with the players party. Stu says, off to football practice. Be safe, everyone, and I'll check the reveal afterwards. No problem, Stu. I already know Stu's going to want a bat. He asked to reserve one already. Dane says, Stu Donaldson, Stu, his favorite song is Sharp Dressed Man, ZZ Top.
Thanks, Dane.
Hey, there's Travis. Yeah, that's who I wanted to see going through Michigan also. Look forward to seeing everybody in St. Louis. Let's see here. PoliceSoftball.com Inc. Kevin Schock has admin access to the Police Softball Smug Mug page so he can load photos. That'll work, man. That's cool. Everybody loves that, And you never know, man. You never know what life throws at you. You never know. You can't take things for granted. So having those pictures are great keepsakes. I wish we would have had cameras I could take pictures when I was a younger officer. It'd have been pretty cool to take some pictures of a few things that we did, but didn't really have that accessibility. But nowadays, man, pictures, videos, and everything is pretty cool to be able to document your career.
Hey, man, you weren't a cop back in the 30s, man. What are you talking about?
Hey, we had pagers, and the pagers, I remember when they started to be able to produce the line, like on a call out, they would send us a little 1 or 2 lines on where we were going and what we were doing. I just thought that was some Star Trek shit for me. That was crazy. So, but when I see the stories of the officers that couldn't leave the car with the radio, they had to check out, leave the radio in the car, and then head out and handle business, man. That's crazy. Speaking of that, Terry Dugan. Shout out to Terry Dugan. He's going to be sending some pictures of himself in the patrol uniform and in the military. And I know that dude.
What, cops from the 30s? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't know how the hell they communicated. Probably had a little can with a string and another can. But yeah, I'm excited to have him out there. There you go. So Jeff sent us that site there, so you can check. I'm imagining that's where you can go to check out all the photos.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. Let's see. Hey, Jenny, what's going on? Jenny Orozco, how are you doing? What's up, Trini, Joe, and Dan from the old Orozcos? Man, I love that family. Yeah, that's cool, man. Hello, Jenny. There's my wife. All right, and let's see. Back in Trini's days, there were sketch artists who would draw photos of the action. Man, I'll tell you, I do give a lot of credit to those guys that were on before me, man. They had it tough. I'll tell you what, so we'll go with Elite. I just want to let you know that with Elite, again, we got the great family over there. And when we're talking about, the Vegas and all, they're awesome. I'm gonna ask them for permission to share some cool news about one of the members of their family with everybody. But as of right now, just so you know, Elite has confirmed that they're going to be doing the same thing they did last year with the prize package. So that's going to be pretty cool to be able to have their support in that way. And they gave some great prizes. So I'm really excited to have, of course, Elite back on board with the prize package information. They're, of course, responsible for our bat also. We got Onyx represented. So we'll show that here in just a second. We got our hotel room update for you guys that don't know. We got a call today from Jake, and Jake was saying, hey man, I was out there trying to check out some rooms and they're pretty pricey. Do you have those links? Because the message board went down. I'm going to show you guys what we have as far as an update on the rooms, and I'm asking you to reach out quickly because on some of the hotels there's like 18 rooms left, but for that price you need to secure these rooms, man. So we got the Hampton Inn and Suites over there in Waxahachie. So we got the 16 double queen rooms left. It's $130 a night, and those prices have increased significantly in the area. So I don't know if there's I know that there's I believe it's the Rangers. I think the Rangers play the Yankees the day before and then the day of our tournament. And then I think on Sunday, which is where we have the tickets. So for those of you that are interested in seeing the Rangers, it'll be on Sunday. We'll get to that here in a second. But let's see, we have another hotel room. There you go. So Courtyard by Marriott, that's in Midlothian. The Jake who called today, thank you, honey. Jake that called today, he said that he stayed there last year and it was very nice. And it's like maybe a 10 to 15 minute drive to the fields from there. So they have 17 rooms left at $124 a night. You definitely want to grab these rooms. I'm telling you, man, the prices are different now. So I think that's pretty good. I hear you, Dan. I just stayed in California a couple times and damn, Jesus, y'all's donuts are crazy. We took donuts to Carlos and his family over at the shop. Holy shit, Jesus. Yeah, y'all got it bad over there. Let's see here. We've got. Are there any other rooms, Deanna, or is that it? The 2 rooms? Okay, that's the 2 rooms that we have for you. So check it out. Anthony. Oh my God! Look at this. Anthony Costanzo is saying we had to carry change for the payphones or find a call box. Holy smokes!
Hey,
wow.
Hey,
what's a call box?
He's joking.
What's a call box? That's crazy. Oh, that's nuts, man. I'm telling you, dude, I give those guys. When I first got on, I hung out with all the old timers, man. I joined the department probably 20 to 30 years later than I would have liked to have. I really wanted to be in that era, and I just think that camaraderie and fellowship was just so much stronger because you had to be. You relied so much on each other. So that's pretty cool, man. And let's see here. So we got Shane Roach saying Airbnb in Texas last year was phenomenal. Some great houses in and around Wax. And that's a really good point, Shane, because we stayed there in a room not too long ago and it was beautiful. And they are pretty affordable in that area. So, but they do have Major League Baseball going on. So again, make sure you secure something really soon. All right, so we'll go on to the Rangers tickets. So we have, this is what's cool. We had some Ranger tickets lined up. It was on the third base line, but it was really cool because today before the show, we reached out to our connection and they had some all you can eat and drink tickets opened up. That's what we did last year. And this year they were sold out, but they had a group open up. So I want to say there's like 36 tickets, maybe. So if you read that there, let's see, all American favorites, hot dogs, hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches. Look at Dan. Look at Dan. Dan's licking his lips. He's wiping his mouth. So let me keep going, Dan, for you. There's nachos, there's popcorn, there's peanuts. To quench your thirst, it's unlimited soft drinks throughout the event. So make sure you secure your seat because I think it's going to be really cool. So yeah, man. So what are the prices, Deanna? Do you know, did it say it on there? $51. So it's $51 a ticket. They're limited tickets. And he said that in about 5 days, it was supposed to expire, that offer, but he's going to go ahead and give us 2 weeks. So you got 2 weeks to secure those tickets. What are the dates, Deanna? It's the Sunday after our tournament. So if you want to be able to go check out the game, hopefully if you've already made arrangements to head home on Sunday, hopefully you can extend it by a day and come take advantage of this. It's like Joe's tournament over at the Joe. What do they call that place? The
Ballpark Village.
Ballpark
if you've been to St. Louis, been to my tournament party at PBR. The same developer developed the bar scene right around the stadium where the Rangers play. So it's the same setup pretty much. You got a bunch of bars, huge big screen for the games, and it's just a cool atmosphere.
Yep.
They're playing a minor league team though.
Oh man,
they're not that good this year.
I'm an Angels fan. They're playing a minor league team.
They just and Trout's done for the year. Another meniscus tear. They said he's done.
Put him in bubble wrap. Give me a bubble wrap, boy. He's like
Well,
that
I
guy
know-
from the Lakers, Anthony Davis or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not getting hurt over there in Paris already.
The only people I see getting hurt are those women boxers, man.
Oh God,
Those guys are really beating the shit out of the women.
broke her nose, didn't you?
I can't believe they're allowing that. I mean, are you
This
kidding me?
isn't that kind of show.
Are you kidding
We'll
me?
go crazy on that. This show will last another hour if we go on this.
They're allowing somebody with XY chromosomes to beat the shit out of a woman in the Olympics. Are you kidding me?
I think it is weird, man.
Insane.
That's holy smokes, man.
Insanity.
That's weird. That's crazy. I know Shane was talking about Airbnbs in and around Wax. To not be confused with Scott Wax. What's up, Wax? I know that the Airbnbs could be in and around you, but Wax is. Are you coming to Texas, Wax? I know you'll be in St. Louis, but are you coming to Texas? I saw Wax in the airport not too long ago. Pretty cool, man. See him and his wife. They're in shape, yet somehow they're drinking a beer and freaking eating a freaking pizza, and they are ripped. So yeah. What's up, Wax? How you doing, buddy? Let's see here. So did we show the sections on the, there you go. So that's the sections where you have the all you can eat and drink. So again, you have a couple of weeks to be able to get that thing. Our players party. So we know that is at Big Al Max. That's over there in Waxahachie, Texas. It's a great time. Ooh, those shirts remind me, Joe. Those shirts remind me. I need me a shirt. I need to get one made this year. But if you guys haven't been, man, it's a great environment. Waxahachie in general is a wonderful town when it comes to first responders, police officers, military. So definitely show up to the players party. I don't know if I know there'll be some ball games on because the Rangers are playing the Yankees, I believe it is. I know there'll be ball games on, but I don't know if I think one year there was football. Like last year maybe, but I don't know if there's football going on at that time. I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm sure they'll have the games. I think it was Kansas City last year that they had a game
They'll be
going
playing
on.
the Angels the night of your party.
All right, that's cool. Who?
What?
Shut up. You're stupid. You're stupid. That's pretty good, Joe.
What are you talking about?
They're not playing the Angels.
He was talking about the Rangers.
Yeah, the Angels are playing the Rangers.
Okay.
Are playing the Rangers the night of your party.
Okay. I thought you were talking about. I think no, they're playing the Yankees.
They play the Yankees Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Okay. And when's our thing? Thursday?
and then they play the Angels Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. So it is the Angels. All right, cool. Thank you very much for that. Oh man, I don't know if I want to get into this right now. Just so y'all know, if you're not familiar, the Waxahachie pumpkin, which is a very special person. I say person is a person to me. Has been so important to me and my family and our event. And he's a little sick right now. I'll show a quick picture if y'all can just kind of keep him in your thoughts. The Waxahachie pumpkin has been feeling a little down, kind of a little sideways. And so, hopefully he gets better and we'll see him back in Waxahachie in September. For those that know. For those that don't, you'll get it later. Let's see here. We got our sponsors.
They're shaking their head right now.
He's getting sick, man. He's a trooper, I'll tell you that. Waxahachie Convention and Visitors Bureau. We appreciate you guys supporting us here in Waxahachie. Of course, they're always welcoming. Always make it a great event for us, along with the Downtown Waxahachie Merchants Association. So we appreciate their support again this year. And we've got David Hill, who was the mayor of Waxahachie. He's going to be helping us again this year. So we got the chief of police of Waxahachie checking the schedule, see if he can come out and visit us again, along with a few other merchants that are going to be there and sponsors. So we're really happy. And we will have a digital program this year like we've had in the past. You'll scan it on your phone, and that'll tell you about our sponsors, who supports us, where you can go eat, the places you can visit, along with coupons. So we'll make sure that we go ahead and introduce that. All right. So are we ready for our bat reveal? I'll tell you that the guys and gals over at Elite Sports have created a badass bat, man. And I can tell you that we've worked with them in the past to create all these designs. It's usually it's a tough process to try to think about what our theme's going to be, what we're going to do. And this year, man, I really feel like we knocked it out of the park. I know that the designers over at Elite were given a lot more leeway to make this one happen, and they kicked butt, man. So I'm excited. Hey, Andres, what's going on, Andres? Monterrubio, how you doing, buddy? And we had Xavier on earlier, so that was pretty cool. All right, so hey, Deanna, do we happen to have a picture of the bat? Because I've got it here with me, but do we happen to have a picture? If you can bring one up, that'll be cool, or get it loaded up. All right, so y'all ready? So this bat has already been tested, and I've had great feedback on it. I'm excited to be able to have the guys from Elite come on and to be able to talk about it. But the people who have already swung it have said it is a great performing bat. And we've had a couple of those keepers of the peace bats that people are, are always looking for and always trying to get. I think the blue one in particular was always a neat one. So on to the bat review. I want to thank these guys again and tell them that I truly appreciate their efforts in making this bat happen. So this is are we in 2024? We are in 2024 Keepers of the Peace bat that is going to be limited in sales. But check this out, man. I'm excited. So this is the top part of the bat. That's pretty neat. That's the top part of the bat that's there, and it's got a lot of details to it. Got that thin blue line that's going through it. You've got that. Oh, you got one, Deanna? Awesome. So check it out. I think it's a great, let me see if I can get it this way. I think this is a great looking bat, man. And I don't know if you can see the whole makeup of it, but you got that handle. Got the blue handle on it. The white grip tape. You got that blue. It's like a matte finish. It looks really neat when you got it out of the wrapper. And I do have one out of the wrapper. So there's our Police Softball Podcast, the Keepers of the Peace logo. It's really hard for you to see the detail on it, but I've got one without the wrapper, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to see it even better.
Hey, how do you spell peace? Did they spell it right?
I don't know, because one day we left, or one bat we left freaking St. Louis, Missouri off the bat. So.
He put the state of Georgia on the bat instead of the state of Missouri.
We try, man. What? We try.
He put all the.
We don't need it, Joe. Why we got to talk about that right now? Why are you bringing up old stuff?
Showing up to this tournament that year, he put an outline of the state on the bat. It ran the whole length of the bat. He put Georgia instead of Missouri on it.
Why you say he? I'll tell you what. When things go well, it's a team effort, Dan. When things go bad, it's. I did it. So that's it. This is it without the wrapper on it. I don't know. Maybe you can see more of the detail, but a lot of us.
You see a lot better right there.
Yeah, a lot of these bats are keepsakes for us. You know, I like the thin blue line. If you notice the difference, that's pretty cool, man. The stars. I know that Onyx on there.
Very
pretty
nice.
Neat. Yep. So that's our 2024 Keepers of the Peace edition bat. Let's see there. So that's here for those that are wondering about all that. Pretty cool, man. So I'm excited. And I'm not sure. I think that they have them in half ounces, if I'm not mistaken. But I got a 25.
What's that one say on the end of the knob right there?
This one's a 25, and I got a 25 and a 26.
Then there's no half ounce. It's going to be 25, 26, 27.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, that's our bat. Ralph Contreras says it's hot, so I'm talking about Grant Johnson. Very nice. Thank you very much. Hey, Michael, what's going on, son? He says that's clean. Audrey says the same thing. A clean cut to cut soft. Clean cut to cut that softball. Andreas already dropping bombs with it. Sick bat. And then Shane Roach, sick, man. I appreciate it. I think it's a beautiful bat, and I love that. I love that matte finish. All the bats that we've done in the past have been shiny, but that one's pretty cool with the uniqueness. So great job again to Elite. of course, with the Onyx brand. And so I'm really excited about that. And I know that it's in limited supply. So make sure you grab yours as quickly as you can, because I know I get people asking me about those bats all the time. And they're just Los and those guys, they create a limited number, and then that's it. Then you end up buying them for more than what you would have bought them at the tournament. So that's our bat reveal. I know next week we'll have a few more things that we'll talk about as far as the balls and the teams and the brackets and things of that sort. But that'll be after Joe's tournament. So that's our bat reveal, man. So appreciate it again, Joe. Let's go on to the St. Louis Show Me Classic. I know the first thing we're going to talk about is y'all's players' party. So for those, do you have any new teams, Joe?
Yeah, there's a few teams that have never been. PA, PD Twins, it's a Port Authority out there on the East Coast. First year team and first year coming to St. Louis. Who else here? MDF. I know some of their guys have been here, but not all of them.
Well, real quickly, Joe, I know we're going to do a bracket reveal. Mm-hmm. So let's save the rest of them when we do our bracket reveal. But here's my thing I want to tell you is it's cool because they've not been to your tournament. So talking about the players' party is a big thing. Can you go ahead and touch on the players' party for everybody and let them know the full rundown?
Yeah, most everyone's been that's going to be coming in has been to St. Louis before, but we're doing the same party that we've done in past years. We do it at PBR. It's a bar in Ballpark Village, which is directly across the street from Busch Stadium. We get set up right by the bowl. There's a mechanical bull there. We get our own bar, roped off area.
Whoa. We got to stop right there at the mechanical bull. Because lo and behold, if we don't have Dan Potter and Joe Monahan together, holy shit.
And what did I say?
Listen, guys. Hey, Dan.
Listen, I said if Dan shows up, I'll ride the bull with him. He still has yet to come to St. Louis.
Dan, I promise you, Dan, how many tickets do you have to sell? How many tickets do you have?
35 now. We're down to 35 now.
I bet you, if I guarantee you guys let me know what you think. If Joe and Dan agree, it doesn't matter who's in front or who's in back. It don't matter to one of y'all. But it doesn't matter who's in front or who's in back. I promise you could sell at least 75 tickets total on your Umpire Raffle if you did that at the players' party. I believe that you'd sell out your tickets.
Here's the deal, Trini. He's got to show up to St. Louis in order for that to happen. He hasn't come to St. Louis.
I've been there twice.
Yeah, you've been there. You have. You've been out there before. But since this deal has been made, you haven't showed up to St. Louis. We've been talking about this for a couple of years now.
At first, I thought it was just me riding the bull, but now you got involved. I don't know how.
Now it's me and you.
And the longer you wait, things are good. The longer you wait, it's going to add. It's just going to happen. I'm down. I'll be there, and I'm for the sake of selling tickets to have the umpires, Dan. I will do it for you.
For the record,
and look,
I've never ridden that bull, and I never will, unless Dan shows up. Then we can maybe set something up. But other than that, I'll never ride that thing. I'm not trying to get hurt out there, man. That thing's too dangerous. Well, I've seen tons of people ride it though. It looks like fun.
Dude, if you got Dan with you, you got cushion, man. You're good.
There would have to be a lot of drinking involved for that.
There typically is a lot of drinking involved at this point.
And no, we have to leave the cameras outside. Check all cameras at the door. No one's allowed in with a camera.
That would be what a great thing to be able to see. See, look, Jenny's saying right there, 4 tickets here, Dan. See, 4 tickets. Think about where you would be right now if you just committed right now. Look at him. So, Anthony says you've avoided the bull for a couple of years now.
It's been a couple of years. That's what I'm saying.
It's been a few. It is.
But
Andreas is saying it doesn't matter who's in front because they're both going to be facing each other.
Wow.
That may be the smart move. That may be the smart move.
I think this year I'm going to have to come out of retirement as an umpire in pool play, and there's going to be a lot of strikeouts. I mean, it's just, so many strikeouts. We're going to just hang K's out there on Wrigley for everyone that strikes out on that field.
Ooh, I like the K idea. I like it. I'll tell you that Andreas is saying that's a matte finish this year. Love it over gloss. That's pretty cool. And then look, Andreas is talking about the new complex. Joe, would you hit on that? I know you're going to keep going with the players party, but keep going with the players party, then hit the complex.
Yeah, for the players party, we get our own little section in there. It's directly across from the stadium. We have this year we got 185 people. I got tickets for.
That's awesome.
We got an awesome deal. It was like $6 a ticket.
It's crazy.
So about 885 people going across the street. We got bleacher seats right just beyond the right field wall. You know, beers are a little expensive in Busch Stadium. They run probably about $18 a pop, and so it's a little steep, but you can come and go.
You pay $6 to get in.
You can come back. Yeah. It's cheap to get in. I got some cheap tickets, but they're good seats. And, you know, you can go spend a few innings over there. You come back to the party, drink a few free beers, mixed drinks, whatever you want, go back to the game. So it's convenient for people that want to go to the game and then hang out at the party as well. So it should be a good time. Lore Distributing does a great job providing the beverages there at the party. PBR staff is awesome all the time, every year that we've had it there. We've had it there 10 out of 11 years now. So I'm excited to have it back there again. Cool.
I think that's one of the best players parties that there is that I've been to. I mean, New York does a great job. They provide a lot of things in the parking lot, great food, great drinks. I mean, you know, New York really has a
everybody does something good, you know, to make their event unique type of thing.
It's just really neat that one.
The Ballpark Village party works out well with the game. They're super close, literally across the street from each other. You can go back and forth. So it makes for a good evening, I guess, to start the weekend. And then getting into what Andy was talking about, the complex. So the last 10 years, it's been at BMAC, which is a great complex, great staff.
Great staff.
Fields are awesome for dirt fields. But last year we had an issue with we weren't able to finish the tournament, and I didn't want that to happen again. We moved across the river on the Illinois side. We'll be in O'Fallon, Illinois, at the O'Fallon Family Sports Park. They have 8 turf fields we'll be using, most of them, and the fields are nice, big fields. It's grass outfield, turf infield. And there's plenty of room to set up shop, and they're allowing me to bring in outside beverages and stuff like that. So there'll be canned beer there. There's going to be canned seltzers there. There's going to be energy drinks. There's going to be water. First Form's bringing out their big tack vehicle.
Huge ass truck. That's cool, man.
They're bringing out their big truck, and it's going to be jam-packed with supplements, drinks, snacks, protein bars, apparel, gear, bags.
Yeah, that was awesome having them.
Everything's going to be, everything's included. Like everything's free. They're going to be anyone that wants something, go up there, grab it throughout the tournament. They'll be there providing that their products for free to everyone that's participating. Anyone in a uniform and a softball uniform, go up there, grab whatever you want, basically.
So if you can't find Jay-Z, go check that truck.
Yeah. Exactly. And
Jay-Z's got everything you need in his trunk in the car, but First Form is sponsoring.
They're also going to be providing prize packages for the winners of both brackets as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Super pumped about that.
No joke.
Dan McIntyre's bringing his trailer out as usual, so he'll be set up
shirt. There. He won't have a shirt for himself.
Yeah, exactly. He won't be wearing a shirt, but he'll have plenty of shirts for sale. But he's got he'll have shoes, gloves, bats.
No shirts though, right? No shirts.
No
jerseys. Yeah.
For everyone else, there'll be shirts.
Hats, just anything that you may need throughout the tournament. If your batting gloves rip, he'll have some there for sale. Dennis Turner is coming out with DeMarini. He's going to have some DeMarini gear for sale, and that he's going to be giving away as well. So the bats we're going to be using throughout the tournament are going to be the same as the last few years. It's going to be DeMarini and Louisville Slugger. At the end of the tournament, DeMarini is going to is allowing these bats that we're using to be sold for $100 a piece. So if you guys are interested, anyone who's interested, come see me. Dennis Turner is going to be there as well. You can see him. Reserve a bat before the end of the tournament so we can,
cool.
size and model. So we know, who wants what. So we know if we're running out of it when people are coming at the end, so we know what we have at the end of the tournament, what's available for sale. So anyway, DeMarini, Louis Slugger, always awesome. Mike Cornell, Dennis Turner, Matt Brady, all those guys.
Do you know if they have a new bat that they're going to be debuting, or not debuting, but maybe that's newer?
The bats we're using are going to be 2025 brand new models. 2025. Okay. It's going to be the Twisted Mistress and the Lady SNI, I believe it is.
So I saw that Twisted Mistress. I saw that one on social. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, they both look super hot out of the wrapper, and they've been the DeMarini bats and Louis Slugger bats have been really nice these last couple of years. We're gonna be hitting the DeMarini balls again this year, the same as we did last year. Like I said, I'm super pumped to be using them, and I appreciate everything that those guys did for my tournament again this year. Trini, you mentioned something about the rules and stuff. I just want to go over a couple of them, not a lot of them, because most of them everyone already knows, but a couple is, a couple of the rules are related to pitching, and is that is you got to toe the rubber on release, which typically in the past it's been 6 foot behind. This year we're going with the same rule that's going on at the that we're using at the World Series.
World Series, yeah.
You need to toe the rubber on release. Obviously, all the pitchers now have to. It's mandatory you wear face covering, mask, or helmet or helmet.
Which, by the way, Joe, real quickly, unless something differs from my tournament, I just want people to know that this same thing applies for our tournament, because we do everything that we're trying to do. There's a few differences, for instance, in our Keepers of the Peace when I have a wild card player. But other than that, we try to keep everything just like you do, Joe, like the way that it's going to be at the World Series. So that way you have your tournament in August, follows the World Series rules. Everybody's accustomed to it. Same thing, mine in September. And then ultimately, the World Series in October. So I just wanted to make that quick note.
So getting in one more rule I wanted to make mention of, which I got written down here, and that is when batting. So, and it worked well in Columbus, and there was next to no issues with it. And I think there's not going to be any issues with this again, just as long as everyone knows what we got. But the timeout rule, there's only after the first pitch is delivered and you're at bat, you only get one timeout. There will only be one granted. If you try to call timeout a second time, you step out of the box. If the pitcher wants, he can deliver the ball, and if it lands a strike, or if it comes across a strike, it's a strike. So just be aware. After the first pitch is thrown, you get one timeout. Obviously, everyone coming gets set prior to the at bat, but after that first pitch is thrown, you get one timeout only. So those are really the only two rules I really wanted to make mention of.
I think it's important that we have Dan, and normally we don't have Dan tuning in. One thing that I remember that you said when we were talking about implementing this was that you witnessed it in a tournament. And one of the concerns I have was it's a newer rule, and are these guys going to pay attention? Are they going to follow it? Are they going to be complaining? But you said it did speed the game up, and that there was no issues, that everybody adjusted and everybody was good with it. So I thought that was pretty cool.
You had a few guys that just kind of like, whatever, it is what it is. And then there's other guys who were like, well, push an umpire to see what they would do. And they're like, get back in the box. They'll call for a pitch. It's just, I think it's good that you guys are both doing it at your event. I think Brandon tried it too, didn't he, in West Palm? I think it worked there too.
Yeah, I think he did do it in in Vieira this year. Yeah.
I think by the time the World Series comes around, I think you guys will all have everybody trained.
Yeah, there hasn't been any issues with the tournaments I played in this year as far as that rule goes, and I think it's going to be fine again, just as long as all the players are aware going in that is the rule. So, and all the umpires that I have in St. Louis know that rule, and they'll be making sure that before each game that everyone's aware of that. So, one other thing I wanted to make mention of before we get into the bracket and the format and all that is, I had said that if there's 16, I said it early on, if there's 16 or more teams in St. Louis, which there is this year, we got 18, that I'm going to be giving away or giving back $5 $500 of the entry fee to one of the teams at the player party.
That's
One of the
cool.
catches here is you have to have someone present at the player party. If you don't have
Yeah.
someone, your team's not going to be involved in this give back. So just make sure you got somebody that's there from your team. I'll try to do it prior to the Cardinal game. Most people are probably going to be meeting prior to the Cardinal game. So and the Cardinal game starts 6:15, maybe do the drawing at like 5:45-ish.
Ooh, that's good to know. I'm glad you're mentioning that, because I would think it would be afterwards for those that are just going to show up and go to the game. So I'm happy you're mentioning that, so that way we can be.
I just think that some people may leave right after the game and not come back to the party. So I just want to make sure that it's done when.
One more time, Joe. What time do we need to be there by in order to be a participant?
The party's going to start at 5 o'clock at PBR. The game starts at 6:15. I would say 30 minutes prior to game time that I would do the drawing to see who gets there. The entry fee is $550. 50 of it goes towards the balls, and then 500 of the 550 I'm going to give back to one team.
That's cool, Joe. That's awesome that you're doing
that. At PBR, probably roughly 5:45-ish before the game time. Before the game starts.
5:45. I need to make sure. I'm not sure what time we arrive, but I'll be there. So that's pretty cool. That's neat. Okay.
I just wanted to make sure we got that out before we got into the. So as far as the format goes for the tournament, 5-game guarantee. We're going to have pool play. Everyone plays 2 pool play games, which then leads you into an 18-team double elimination bracket. So everyone goes into one bracket. And what I've done over the last 7 years now, which has worked out really well, and I haven't had any complaints or minimal complaints, is then the first 6 teams that are eliminated from the 18-team bracket then go into their own drop-down bracket, and they all those 6 teams will come back Saturday to play out their own bracket, and that's going to be the gold division. And the gold division will have their own prize pool and tournament MVP and stuff like that. So
we've been there before, and it was a great thing to because it's a real big downer, for you to lose so early and just not, go all that way and didn't perform like you expected. And what a great thing to be able to still have life and to be able to actually win some. It's enough to just keep playing, but to actually win some cool prizes at it, man, that's really cool, Joe.
Yep. So each bracket, including the 6-team drop-down bracket and the main 18-team bracket, are both going to have their own prize packages and stuff like that. Winners will get their plaques, and First Form has prize packages for both, and there'll be additional prizes on top of that. So anyway, that's going to be the format, and all. Just so this is mentioned, I don't know that I mentioned it on the website, and if I did, obviously that's down right now. I just want to make mention of it. But the top 2 teams finishing in each bracket, in both the 16 drop-down bracket and the 18-team big bracket, top 2 teams in each are each going to win. There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. I like that one.
Told you we were there.
Hey, I know you were there. I'm saying over the last couple of years. But the top 2 teams in each bracket are going to win a World Series entry. So
all right.
And both be up in the major bracket and the gold bracket.
Very cool.
Also on top of that, the highest finishing roster team is going to win, are going to earn a World Series Elite 8 status. So this is considered an Elite 8 tournament. So keep that in mind as well.
Yep.
So getting into the actual bracket itself, or the pool brackets.
Real quickly, let me just mention something real quick, and that is Eddie Castro. I want to say what's up. He's sending love from the Sunshine State. What's up, Eddie? Adam Bailey, what's up, fellas? What's going on, Adam? How you doing, buddy? James Rogers said they did it in New York with no issues. So I think that's cool, man. I love the conversation as far as people letting us know, because I was worried as a director, oh man, what's going to happen? But everybody's saying it went really smoothly. So I'm really excited about that. And I think Andreas brings up another great point, that there are no physical tickets this year for the baseball game. No, previously we've had to meet you, pick tickets up, but now they're digital. So
yeah, so I actually just got those, and I just divvied them out to all the coaches. All the coaches have your team's Cardinal tickets. But yeah, this is the first year you're not getting an actual physical ticket. It's going to be the electronic through the ballpark app on your phone.
All right, I'm excited. Let's do it, Joe. Let's do that bracket reveal.
So I guess we'll start with pool 1. if Deanna can pull that up for us.
I see that look on Deanna.
I have the whole thing. You want me to bring up the whole thing, or you want me to? You want to give me minutes? I can separate it.
No, don't worry about it. Just I'll just talk about all of them. You can bring up the whole thing. That's fine.
Okay.
You can come in here.
Deanna, can you go to the actual pools itself, not the schedule?
Give me a second, and I'll get it for you.
Okay.
Man, Dan, I don't like the way he just talked to you. I thought that was pretty aggressive. I've felt that from Joe before. Joe has been aggressive. So Joe is work Joe right now. He's not softball Joe. I used to think that work Joe didn't mix with softball Joe until I showed up one day earlier to help him put the banners on the fence, and I got work Joe and softball Joe and mixed up, and I just heard him, and I apologize for you, Deanna. And you know what? The good thing is we do offer counseling for our employees here.
For the sake of everyone that's listening, so they're not going to listen to your bullshit anymore, I'll just start talking about the pools now before she brings that up, and then she can bring it up as I'm talking about it.
Okay.
Pool number one, these are going to be the teams that are going to be playing each other through pool play prior to the bracket. So pool number one, you got Great Lakes, I-80 Cartel, and West Coast Lawman.
Look how quick that is.
So that'll be pool one. They're going to be playing each other, and which is pool 1 and 2 are going to be different than 3, 4, and 5 as far as the schedule goes. Pool 1 and 2, you play everybody in your bracket. Pool 3, 4, and 5, 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3. Winners play each other, losers play each other. So pool 1, Great Lakes, I-80, West Coast.
That's cool.
Pool 2, TBL, San Antonio Law, MDF, and Dayton. And for those that don't know, MDF and Dayton and TBL Outlaws are two teams this year who had combined, two teams from last year who combined. So TBL Outlaws, formerly TBL and Maryland Outlaws, is now one team. MDF Dayton, Metro Detroit's finest in Dayton, now one team as well. And so Trini, you're going to get a taste of both of those two teams there. So
I'm excited about that, man. I like that.
Pool 3 is going to be Missouri, North Florida, Chicago Metro,
and look at that pool.
New to the circuit, PAPD Twins. Wow. Pool 4, New York Empire, Center Mass, KC Guns. And for those who don't know, KC Guns is the United KC team. They went back to their old – KC Guns was the original name for that team. They went back to the old name. So it's the same team, different name, or they reverted back to the old one. Texas Fugitives. Pool 5, you're going to have Angel Armor, South Florida, Midwest Heat,
another one,
NYPD Finest. It's a lot of these are going to be competitive games.
Yeah,
a lot of talent that's coming into St. Louis this year. I'm excited for it. A lot of teams. And as far as the schedule goes, the 2-3 team pools, pool 1 and 2, are going their pools are going to be starting at 10:15. All the other pools, they'll be starting at 9 a.m. So there's a schedule there. We're going to be using fields 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and pool play will be done by 2 o'clock there, and double in will start at 2 o'clock. So the 4-team pools will be starting at 9. The other ones, you guys got lucky, and you'll be starting at 10:15.
Cool. Very cool.
And just while you have that schedule up there, on day 2, Saturday, everyone always asks me, when's the championship scheduled? Championship for both the 16 drop-down bracket and the championship for the main bracket is going to be at 4:30. If it does go to an if game, you got 5:45 time.
Yeah, so don't book your flights on that day if you plan on.
Well, hopefully people aren't booking their flights this week, Trini. Hopefully that's
I'm talking about. I know I've had on a few occasions people who try to leave that night and catch the latest flight, but you're not putting into play, which now we have turf fields, but it's difficult to do that, man, because you never know, something ends up happening, we got to push it off, whatever, and even with turf fields, you can still have an issue with, the rain and everything. So, that's why I say that, because I've been in that championship runner-up game and then championship game, a couple guys had to leave. So
I got like 3 more things I want to mention now that we just revealed those brackets. So as far as the complex goes, I am working right now to try to get something out there for breakfast for everybody. So
Oh, wow.
I'm working on trying to get that out there because the complex is, unlike BMAC, is allowing me to bring in some outside
That's
food
cool.
as long as I'm giving it away. They will have open concession there at both quads. You got a red quad, blue quad that they're where they have where the fields are located, and
That's cool.
both concessions will be open throughout the tournament. I had made mention of this on the website as well, but if you have little kids, you're bringing younger kids, there's a splash pad right next to the red quad, where that's going to be our main quad. We're using all 4 fields there. We're using 1 on the blue quad. The other 3 that are open, you guys feel free to hit BP on those open fields. We got them all. So
That's cool.
there'll be plenty of places to take BP if you need to do that.
I think Dan
pad,
McIntyre, I think we're going to see him in the splash pad.
Dan
often.
McIntyre is not allowed on the splash pad. They already put a bolo out on him. He be on the lookout. If you see Dan near the splash pad, come tell me. And one last thing I wanted to make mention of was Cybergs. So Cybergs is a local bar restaurant, super supportive of law enforcement throughout the St. Louis area. They have multiple locations throughout St. Louis. They have one in O'Fallon, Illinois, right around the corner from the complex. You go there throughout the day on either Friday or Saturday. If you got a 2-hour break and you want to go grab something to eat, go to Cybergs.
That's cool.
They're giving 50% off all food, wings,
Awesome.
pizza, burgers, any entree, any appetizer, 50%
Awesome.
off.
Awesome.
All you got to do is make mention that you're there for the Show Me Classic Police Softball, and you got it. Those guys are awesome. Please support them if you got time to go over there.
We usually have a team lunch, and everybody will go, and that's a great opportunity to be able to go there and hang out, so that's cool.
But that's it, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for next weekend, and I hope everyone else is too. And I'm just happy that it's turned into the big event that it is.
Yep.
That it's turned into. So.
Joe, I'll tell you what, it goes. I know some people who've never put a tournament on might not understand it, but I will congratulate you because that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, a lot of years of building that reputation. You do a lot of footwork. You get out there, you beat the bushes, and I know that sometimes people can show up and just think, "All right, cool," but man, it takes a lot of work. And I commend you, and I'm very happy that you have all the things lining up like they are, man.
I appreciate you, man. I really do.
Yeah, brother.
I appreciate your
No
support
problem.
of my tournament year after year after year after year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And Shane, I think it's cool because this is my mentality because I love it. 2 teams who've never played. I try very hard at our tournament to make it as random as possible. I do know that there are certain teams that's like, dude, we always play this team. We came all the way from California or we came all the way from New York and we're playing the same 2 teams we played at our association tournament or something. So I try to mix those things up, and it sounds like with Shane in that comment, it's really cool because I get excited about playing new teams or even the challenge
I do the same thing because I don't want to blindly pick and then have 3 Texas teams end up in the same bracket.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
there's no Texas. I got all the Texas teams split up. I have all the Florida teams split up. I have all the New York teams split up.
Yeah.
West Coast is playing East Coast. So
that's perfect. That's why I have you running my shit because you're great at it. And like I said, man, it's a great thing. It's a team effort. So congratulations again. I know Grant Johnson is saying it's a great tourney. So hey, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Dan, thank you for sticking through the whole time with us, man. We appreciate it. I know that we're going to sell that raffle out and we're going to get it going. And like I said, the great thing about that is if you and Joe face each other on that electronic bull, we are going to get that thing sold out. So I can guarantee you we will sell that out before October. If your guys' hearts are really in
available, Dan.
What's that?
There's still some flights to St. Louis available.
I try to get him to Texas, and it's tough for him right now.
If I wasn't out for 15 months, finally back last month and a half, I'd probably try to make both of them.
Yeah, I'm happy you're back, though, brother. I'm happy you're back. Hey, well, I'll tell you what, man. Great information, great podcast. Joe, thank you very much again, brother. Appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you in about a week. Dan, thank you for joining us again, man. Okay?
Thanks. Good luck, fellas. Take care.
All right, buddy. We'll see you guys later. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. And hey, man, this is Trini for Joe and for Dan signing off, man. Don't forget, I got your 6.